Hello and welcome back to Jackson Center, Ohio in the United States, where I'm spending a week at the Airstream factory. I'm actually here because I'm making some videos for Airstream UK, so as such I've not had a huge amount of time to vlog, but you may remember in the last vlog I showed you around an Airstream Nest, which is only available in North America, but it's Airstream's GRP caravan that they make. But I said, could I please have something a little bit more silver, a little bit more American, something a little bit bigger? And they gave me this. A Globetrotter. And look at it, it's gorgeous and it's huge. I mean, it's huge, absolutely enormous. Sorry, just channeling a bit of Kenneth Williams. Enormous matron. I suppose you want to have a look inside, don't you? It just goes on and on and on and on and on. There. Welcome to my humble abode. So as you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. Now then, some of you may remember that when I visited Airstream Adventures Northwest in Seattle in November of last year, I spent a lot of time looking around the Globetrotter because I absolutely fell in love with it. So the lovely people here at Airstream in Jackson Center have quite simply made my dreams come true and let me stay in one for a few days. So as I gave you a thorough tour on the previous video, which I shall link in the description below, I'll just go through a few of the differences and a few of the things that have maybe surprised me, the cultural differences between RVing in the US and caravanning in the UK, and a few little details about this caravan. One of the first things I noticed is that the skylights here, they don't open, and the reason is you have a fan in the living room, in the shower, the washroom, and in the bedroom. Naturally, the Globetrotter also has air conditioning and a furnace, and that is all controlled from the one panel here. Now with the furnace, when you put it on, there's no mistaking the noise it makes. So one thing I will say in defense of European Airstreams, and also now over here the Classic, which is the top of the range Airstream in the US, is that they have the Aldi heating and that is silent, whereas the furnace you can hear is still doing its thing. Another thing I noticed, and this is of interest to anyone buying a caravan or a motorhome, is that in the washroom, you know what's coming folks, don't you? Hello! In the washroom, because of that lovely mirror, that means you can say hello at your heart's content, there's no window in here. Because they can't put a window there, because this huge mirrored cupboard is here. And it's enormous. And there's no roof light because there's no space with the air conditioning outlet and with the fan. So it's not a huge issue, it just means you need to put the lights on when you use the washroom. So that's just something to bear in mind when you're looking at caravans or motorhomes in dealers' showrooms. It's a huge shower. I mean, look. It's enormous. The only thing I would say if Airstream are collecting feedback, is that what it needs, in my opinion, here is a fold away peg to put your towel on for when you're using the shower. I've had to open the washroom door and put my towel on the top of the door, and you wouldn't want a peg sticking out all the time for people to catch their faces on. So a fold away peg there would be a really nice little touch, so maybe that will come in the future. A great touch here that I have commented on in the past is next to the bed. On both sides you have USB ports so you can charge your phone. You've also got a double main socket at the foot of the bedstand there. And speaking of neat touches in the living room over the TV, here is a little charging station so you can put your tablet or your phones in there and charge them up in that little recess. That is so neat. So there you have it, just a quick brief look at the Globetrotter that I've been staying in for the past few days. It really is the most gorgeous caravan. It's light as in ambiance, it's not light as in weight. It's airy, it's just beautifully designed, and it's one of those spaces that just makes you feel good. It is a huge pity that we just couldn't even entertain towing a caravan like this in the narrow roads of the UK. That's why we have our own European Airstreams, because they're smaller, lighter and easier to tow on our narrower roads. Driving over here in the US has been an absolute joy. And speaking of driving, it's time for me to now put my case in the truck, head back to the airport and head home to the UK.
Well, welcome to London's Heathrow Airport. The local time here is just coming up to 9:10 in the morning.